All aboard, everyone! Welcome to Tracks of Laughter, Life on the Go. I'm your host, Ro on the radio, and we're chugging along the funny line today. Join me as we take a wild ride through the hilarious side of life, from the quirks of everyday experiences to the uproarious moments that make our journeys unforgettable. So grab your tickets, hold on tight, and get ready to roll down the tracks of life. A Tale of Lake Hiawatha, the Great Bicycle Fiasco. Back in the halcyon days of my youth, when the world seemed simpler and our imaginations ran wild on the edges of adventure, my younger brother Norman and I would explore the narrow paths that cradled the shores of Lake Hiawatha. Now picture, if you will, a summer day in Bellingham. The sun shimmers like golden honey on the surface of the water, and the scent of fresh maple leaves wafted through the air like a sweet promise of mischief. Unlike the contraptions swooshing by on the highways, we rode our ancient Schwinn bicycles. They were not equipped with those fancy speed gears or handbrakes that kids today take for granted. No, our steeds were relics of a bygone era, where speed depended on the muscle beneath us, and stopping required an act of immaculate faith. The tires were sturdy, fit for a four-wheeler, and the weight of the metal frame bellowed its complaints with every pedal. As we traversed the leaf-strewn paths encircling the lake, my heart raced not just from exhaustion, but from the thrill of misadventure. Norman, being the sprightly imp that he was, whizzed past me, laughter trailing in his wake like a comet's tail. Oh, how I envied his boundless energy. But as fate would have it, the path wasn't merely a ribbon of joy. It twisted and turned like the plot of a yarn spun by old Mark Twain himself. A cascade of maple leaves danced in our wake, each a secret invitation to the perils of our folly. It was then, in an instant that could only result from a classic storybook of misfortune, that Norman, with the bravado of a youthful daredevil, plummeted towards the lake's edge. His trusty coaster brakes, mere decorations, failed to respond to his plea for mercy. My heart lurched as I watched, helpless, while he careened toward the inviting waters. And then, it happened. A spectacle amongst the trees. A massive oak stood sentinel by the shore, robust and unyielding. Yet today it became a launchpad of pure chaos. Norman's bicycle, with its rider still clinging to the seat, barreled into the trunk and launched him into the air like a slapstick star. There, hanging midair, I saw a vision of pure wonder. My little brother performing the most magnificent 360-degree spin ever witnessed in our quaint little slice of the world. Time stood still as I gawked, my mouth agape, and my heart lodged somewhere in my throat. His bicycle seemed to hang suspended in a moment of divine comedy, wheels still spinning as he somersaulted towards the lake. A sound like a cannonball followed, and the water erupted in a shower of droplets. But silence reigned for a heartbeat afterwards. My heart danced a merry jig of panic as I scanned the surface for any signs of Norman. My mind raced, thoughts darting like those maple leaves slipping beneath my tires. Oh, what will I tell Mother? My little brother met his end at the bottom of Lake Hiawatha. I propelled myself down the incline, maple leaves slipping beneath my feet like tiny landslides, eager to assist me in my descent toward catastrophe. Norman, are you all right? I bellowed, the echo of my concern mingling with the rustle of the trees. At last, like a cork springing from a bottle, he emerged. Laughing with unholy glee, he burst through the water's surface, resplendent and drenching, with a twinkle in his eye and a giggle that rang like church bells on a Sunday morning. "That was freaking cool," he exclaimed, his laughter contagious, washing away my lingering dread like the lake's gentle ripples against the shore. In that moment, amid the laughter, the splash, and the sheer absurdity of youth, I felt the weight of the world lift off my shoulders. My heart sang in gratitude that I wouldn't have to explain the tragic demise of my younger brother. We were simply two boys, utterly alive, enthralled by the simple triumph of a day spent at Lake Hiawatha. As I heaved my bike back onto the path and together we guffawed at the day's calamity, I silently vowed to remember this misadventure. After all, in such youthful tales, it is the spirit of folly and the joy of survival that turn ordinary days into extraordinary stories to recount in the twilight years.